Good evening, race fans, and welcome to heat number 4 in advance of the SimRacer Coin 350 for the XCAL $2 Tuesday Series. Live from Lanier National Speedway here, I'm Marty Sakala. Welcome to Twitch and YouTube / Marty Sakala. We got a good one here for you in heat number 4. 15 drivers have made it into the feature. Last time out, we had Luke Turpin, Tyler Jalbert, Patrick Sullivan, Tyler Berschelder, Tyler McRae, all faster than the other drivers against their respective places in the previous heats that made it all in. As we speak, 15 drivers currently locked into the show. Top 5 will transfer, and the front row's got some big storylines. We look at this man right here, Jordan Babinger. Helped out his teammate Tyler McRae to get the last spot in heat number 3 because Kenny Tripp was all over McRae's rear end, and guess what? Final lap, Babinger put the chrome horn on Kenny Tripp, and right now these two drivers are currently in the front row. Aaron, can you let these guys know that we are live, so please tighten it up when it comes to spinning. Hopefully he hears that. But anyway, heat number 4 is brought to you by Butt Kicker, known for their transducers, including the Gamer 2, that adds instant immersion to any game. Unlike a subwoofer that moves air, Butt Kicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. The winning driver of next week's All-Star race will receive a Gamer 2 unit. We'll also award powerful devices throughout the year, such as the championship-winning car owner and 2 special events. Use code XCAL20, all one word, to save 20% now through the end of the year at www.thebuttkicker.com. And the event sponsor this week, SimRacer Coin. Sim Racing Esports meets crypto and blockchain technology. Earn SimRacer Coins, buy setups, paints, coaching, or join realistic leagues. Learn more at simracercoin.org. SimRacer Coin, where racing is life. Working on the final seconds here on qualifying. 16 drivers will start heat 4 of this race. The drivers that are locked in so far in order: Trevor Birchmeyer, Brandon Varney, Joe Campbell, Tyler Jalbert, John Friley, Kendrick Cryer, Patrick Sullivan, Christopher Johnson, Aiden Murray, Tyler Berschelder, Chase Johnson, Octavio Rondeletto, Tyler McRae, Luke Turpin, and Shane Briggs. Keep in mind, Aiden Murray will be starting from the back due to not fulfilling his mandatory minimum practice. From the looks of it, your top 4 coming into this race are locked into the show regardless because they are in the top 15 in coming into points. So keep that in mind. And it looks like we are all set to go here. So let us give you the starting lineup for heat number 4 in just a moment. Again, the top 5 will transfer. And here is how the field looks. It's Jordan Babinger and Kenny Tripp that make up the front row. Mike Stoddard, Matt Baer coming off of a tough Heat 2 situation as well. In row 3, it's Dwayne Robinson and Sean Andrews, also coming off of a tough Heat 3. Travis Sukup and the man with many names. Today it's Cole Patrick in row 4. Greg Holes and Charlie Beals round out the top 10. Derek Colson and Ryan Seams in row number 6. As we go on through the rest of the grid, you've got Art Hendren and Chris Spangler in row 7. Jeremy Leto and Johnny B. John Brancaccio rounding out the field, and ignore the name of Bowen Smith because someone messed up earlier tonight. The track has definitely put the lights on indeed, and the sun has gone down, so no surprise here if we look at the weather conditions. If the track temp has gone down, 86 degrees, so should be expecting a lot of faster times here for the race on tap. Again, keep in mind, top 5 will transfer. There is one more heat tonight that takes place at 11 o'clock. So we're going late night after dark pretty much, so stay tuned for that. You do not want to miss that. But this is going to be a heat you want to watch closely because easily of the front row, Jordan Babinger and Kenny Tripp. Could the helmet put a little payback on Jordan Babinger here in Heat 4 legally. We will have to see. Keep in mind as well, Babinger's got his teammate Mike Stoddard on the inside of row 2 as well. 1 to go until we get the green flag. Last heat was a calmer heat than we expected. Only 2 yellows in that race, but will we have more? It seems like the even heats are usually wreck-filled, but we'll have to see what goes down. 50 laps. Who's going to win it, and how's it going to be done? We are about to find out. Jordan Babinger, Kenny Tripp make up the front row. Here we go. The pace truck pulls into pit road. We are green for Heat 4 at Lanier. Off of corner number 2, it's Kenny Tripp with the advantage over Jordan Babinger. Babinger gets loose, though, a close call, and Mike Stoddard gets turned. Here we go, that's accordions up the field. Dwayne Robinson's involved. Same with Greg Holmes. Lap 1, turn 4, caution 1. Art Hendren involved as well in the 21. Tough break for him. Started in the back and is involved. Greg Holmes involved. But the main victim in that situation, no question about it, was Mike Stoddard in the 28. Survived, though, currently running in 7th spot. But the first one that we had that says crashed was Greg Holmes. So let's go to the replay here and take this in slow-mo and show you what happened. So that's the 61 of Holes. It will happen ahead with this blue 28 of Stoddard here. Does he get a bump possibly from Dwayne Robinson? I think that's what happened. Accordions up the low line. But wow, did Travis Sukup miss that wreck? Oh boy. Wait till you see the onboard of the 52, and I'll give him credit there, especially because that's my old number in iRacing. Let's take this in real time here. Show you Robertson. There's the bumper. Should be in the OL on that 14, but keep in mind, if he gets a strike, he is parked for the next 3 races. And we'll start things off with the onboard of Greg Holmes. Unmuting race control here in case we hear anything. And let's go to Robertson. You know, yeah, Stoddard just had to check up because of Babinger getting loose. And let's go to Johnny B. And I believe we are actually back to the green flag, and we are. Back to green flag racing we go here. And it's Kenny Tripp that got the restart over Jordan Babinger. Matt Bear currently in 3rd. Sean Andrews in 4th. Cole Patrick rounding out the top 5. So apologies there that we came in late off of the restart. The yellows are pretty quick here at the Lanier National Speedway here. And right now it's Kenny Tripp continuing to lead. Here's a nice battle for position between Charlie Beals and Travis Sukup. If only we could watch Sukup's onboard there from that first caution. I don't know how he missed it. Goes underneath the yellow line, trying to make the pass on the 86. That is for 8th. Final spot currently belongs to Cole Patrick. He's got about a 0.6 of a second lead over Mike Stoddard. Hearing some contact in the back. Doesn't seem like to be a big situation. But it's Kenny Tripp, meanwhile, leading the troops at bay. But here comes Matt Bear in the 19. He's looking underneath Jordan Babinger. That is for 2nd on the track. You can see the steering input as well. See how much he's putting in, and he's got to run inside for the runner-up spot on track and the 6 through 10 threshold. Babinger had led the lap by a nose, but easily Bear taking the shorter way around the racetrack. And the 19 moves up to the runner-up spot. Matt Bear backing out of heat number 1, and then heat 2 got taken out by Dwayne Robertson, and he turned into a Mad Bear. That's what we call him in the PG version. They call him something else on Discord, especially when it comes to the FU Friday situations. So with Kenny Tripp currently leading right now, we'll tell you this. His best lap of the race is a 14.51. That's faster than Luke Turpin. So Kenny Tripp, as we speak, is on provisional pole. Matt Bear fastest amongst the drivers that are in second in the heats. Jordan Babinger, 14.54, is fastest too. Same with Sean Andrews. Cole Patrick, yes, he's faster too. Everyone currently fastest amongst their positions. 1 through 5, he'd be first, he would be 6th, he would be 11th, he would be 16th, and he would be 21st. That's 1 through 5 there. Keep in mind your top 5 transfer. We continue to watch this battle for the runner-up spot between Bear and Babinger. Holes and Sukup from our screen having a nice battle in the back of the pack, currently happening for 9th spot. These drivers likely will have to go to the 11 o'clock heat race, and stay tuned for that later tonight. Meanwhile, Kenny Tripp has opened the gap to about 1.2 seconds. The driver scraped the wall from what I'm hearing. I think it may have been either Bear or Babinger, probably the 48. No damage from any of these guys from what I'm seeing on my screen. But it's been a good race so far between 2nd and 3rd. Babinger trying to diamond the corners, especially on the exit. Set a run up here on Bear on the exit of 4. Doesn't work, but Babinger definitely closing the gap. 1/4 of a second, the deficit between 2nd and 3rd here. Let's see who closes the gap this time or increases it. Compare lap times between your drivers in 2nd and 3rd. This time it's down to about 0.22, so Babinger about 0.3 of a second faster. He's got the fastest lap compared to Bear, 14.54. Tripp's got the fastest lap of the race with the 14.51. As you see there, Bear scrapes the wall once again. So definitely affecting him there just a little bit. And the lap traffic approaching Kenny Tripp here in just a moment. See who that first driver is. I think from the looks of it, it is John Brancaccio in the 062. And it is Johnny B, Jeremy Lutto, and Chris Spangler, Derek Colson. A flurry of cars that the helmet will catch up to, but we continue to watch this battle for 2nd between Bear and Babinger. Down the back straightaway, Derek Colson off the pace in the 5. He's got damage. Likely goes to the 11 o'clock feature. We had one car that I think that may have wrecked or scraped the wall. Actually did not, so apologies for that. But continuing on this battle for 2nd between Bear and Babinger. And the scrape actually came from the 61 of Greg Holes, and he's got some right front damage now, so his car is totaled with 22 laps to go. Currently Cole Patrick with the 5th and final spot, but that gap has seemed to come down between him and Mike Stoddard. Stoddard is locked in the show regardless. He's trying to get into a top 25 starting position. Cole Patrick, though, right now, in this situation, he has to race his way in. Possibly a provisional could be key as I look at the standings. He is the first guy outside of the top 15, 16th in points, 14 behind the guy that's behind him and Mike Stoddard. Back to the battle for 2nd between Bear and Babinger. All this happening while Tripp is pulling away. You've got Sean Andrews in 4th, just waiting in the wings, about 6 car lengths back in case something happens between 2nd and 3rd. But this is definitely what Kenny Tripp wants to see. He really wanted to beat Babinger after what happened last heat, and Babinger getting held back by Matt Bear. Right now, remember, Matt Bear was in a transfer spot in Heat 1, and then decided because he was in 5th at the time to give it up. He wanted to be faster. Heat number 2, again got taken out by Dwayne Robinson, was not happy about it at all. Kenny Tripp had a good chance to get heat number 3, or battle for heat number 3, as heat winner Luke Turpin said in his post-race interview, but then just got stuck up top, lost a lot of momentum, used up his tires, and then got the chrome horn from Jordan Babinger in his quest for 5th against Tyler McRae. Meanwhile, Jordan Babinger, I believe heat 3 was the first heat he was a part of earlier tonight. And he's currently running in 3rd spot, continuing on the battle for 5th. The gap has increased between Patrick and Stoddard over a second now. And I think Stoddard may have scraped the wall. I'm not too sure in that regard. But you look at that battle there, and Stoddard has definitely increased the gap. Let's show you the time delta between those two drivers in the quest for 5th. Let's go back to that battle for 2nd as Spear and Babinger are approaching lap traffic with 12 laps to go. Kenny Tripp, by the way, if you see in the background, having a tough time getting by Chris Spangler. And now he has gotten by him. Now these two drivers are side by side. They are racing against each other. Because of that, they don't really have to let 2nd and 3rd go by, but Leto's going to be a class act and let Bear and Babinger go by, and Johnny B does the same thing, coming to 10 laps to go. And Babinger, a nice exit compared to Bear there. But man, this has been a good battle here for the runner-up spot. You can see the lines these drivers are working. About a 2-car length lead for Bear now over Babinger. So we're now in the single digits category in laps to go. Only 1 caution so far in this race that happened on lap 1 is, Bear got the wall. Bear got the wall off of turn 4. Babinger's capitalizing on it. Here goes Babinger looking for 2nd and the 6th through 10 threshold. Trying to start in position number 6 right now. He is currently, because he's got a 14.54, faster than Tyler Jalbert, Trevor Birchmeyer, and Aiden Murray. Bears in the same situation, faster than Sullivan, Edwards/Johnson, and Chase Johnson too. 6 laps to go, meanwhile, in that battle for 2nd. And meanwhile, Cole Patrick easily has 5th at the moment by about 2.5 seconds over Mike Stoddard. Now can Bear fight back here on Babinger possibly? There you hear the words from Race Control and Bowen Smith. We are green the rest of the way. 5 laps to go. Any spins, no cautions. They will be reviewed though by Race Control. You see Dwayne Robinson going down pit road. 4 laps to go. Can Bear make a hard charge? Had a tough time there, nearly making contact with the 29 of Chris Spangler. And it opens the gap up for Jordan Babinger with 3 laps to go. Meanwhile, the helmet Kenny Tripp has put on a clinic here in Heat 4, has led every lap in this race. There is a car smoking off a turn 4, and it's Mike Stoddard. Almost got into Kenny Tripp. Stoddard has lost control of the car. And where did Bear go? Bear called it in. He came down pit road. And Stoddard's lost control of the machine as we're on the final lap, and it's Kenny Tripp leading off of turn 2. Half a lap to go, and the helmet takes the checkered flag and will win Heat 4, and will do donuts. Babinger 2nd, Sean Andrews 3rd, Cole Patrick 4th, and in 5th, the battle to the end goes to Travis Sukup after Matt Bear says, hey, I want the pole at 11 o'clock. So Kenny Tripp says, no burnouts for me. I'm taking it into pit road, and I am just going to park it. As the fireworks light up, even though it is a heat race, those are your top 5 that transfer on in through, and we will get the helmet on in here in just a moment. So let's get him queued up here in the chat. Turn up his volume. Kenny Tripp, Marty in the booth, you got me.
Yes, I do.
Great win for you in heat number 4, just completely dominant. But first off, I want to go back to heat number 3. I believe your goal in this heat alone was just to beat Jordan Babinger after he put the chrome horn on you at the final lap.
Yeah, it was bittersweet, but we had a conversation after last heat, and he expected me going a lot harder than I did, and yeah, that's just racing. That was minor.
Yeah. Now in this heat, you just had a completely dominant car, outbeating not just Babinger and Sean Andrews in the race, but also when it comes to lap time, you are currently on provisional pole over Luke Turpin.
Well, that's damn exciting. Someone's going to beat them too someday between Luke Turpin and Edwards. But I definitely got to thank Tyler Batchelor for spotting for me tonight, and the Sullivan iRacing Motorsports. Our setup was decent, but their team definitely helped us out tonight, and I definitely think we got something for tomorrow night.
Awesome. All right, Kenny, we will let you go. We wish you the best of luck tomorrow, man.
Thank you very much.
All
Looking
right,
forward to it.
absolutely. All right, that's Kenny Tripp, and there you see your top 5 on your screen. Let's pop up the official results for you at home. So Kenny Tripp, Jordan Babinger. Oops, excuse me there. We lost it there for a moment. There we go. We got it now. Kenny Tripp, Jordan Babinger, Sean Andrews, Cole Patrick, Travis Sukup transfer into the feature. Ryan Seams, Charlie Beals, Chris Spangler, John Brancaccio, Jeremy Leto, Mike Stoddard, Matt Bear, who decided I wanted the poll at 11 o'clock. Greg Holes, Derek Colson, Art Hendren, Dwayne Robinson will duke it out at 11 o'clock in Heat 5. Race time 11:30 there. So, yes, we can make it official, by the way, amongst the top 5. They were all faster than their prior opponents that were in their same position in the previous heat. So, they are currently highest in that category there. So, again, I'd like to thank our sponsor for heat number 4. That is Butt Kicker, also presenting us with the ticker for this race. Butt Kicker, known for their transducers, including the Gamer 2, that adds instant immersion to any game, unlike a subwoofer that moves air. Butt Kicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. The winning driver of next week's All-Star race will receive a Gamer 2 unit. Additional devices will be awarded throughout the year, like to the championship-winning car owner and also 2 special events. Use code XCAL20, all one word, to save 20% now through the end of the year at www.thebuttkicker.com. And tomorrow's event, SimRacer Coins. Sim Racing Esports meets crypto and blockchain technology. Earn SimRacer Coins, buy setups, paints, or coaching, or join realistic leagues. Learn more at simracercoin.org. SimRacer Coin, racing is life. Final heat tonight at 11:30 p.m. Qualifying opens up at 11 o'clock, and the stream will start at around 11:25. This broadcast has been a production of XCAL Racing, the premier leader in street stock iRaces. I'm Marty Sakala. So long, everyone.